Alright, today thought I'd do something different. So we're gonna build in Roblox. Because building in Roblox is one thing that a lot of people don't do, and I thought I just might as well make this. So first, all that I did was I just loaded up a world with an empty base plate. I just changed the texture of it to the color to like a forest green and texture to grass, and I duplicated it, resized it a little bit, changed material to foil because foil looks quite a lot like waves, and the color to bright blue. And so we are going to build a battleship, specifically the USS Alabama, because I have been there before and I already have all the information for it pulled up. So just to let you guys know, when I say one stud, that's 1 foot, and 1 foot is also this is like 1 square foot or 1 square stud. Surface area, just doing stud. I always like doing the collisions off, so that way blocks can go through each other without any trouble doing stuff, because collisions on makes trouble. So, I am going to start off by making, well, the kind of exterior hole. Now, it was up to a foot thick in some places. So, we're just going to have it more like this. Like just 1 stud for now. And I'll decide right where I want the center to be. Or, well, I have a better idea, actually. We could just make this into plates. Like, I could just scale this down a little bit. Just a little bit. And then scale it this way a little bit. And a little bit this way. I'll change the color to just a smoky gray, and let's do metal for texture. Looks pretty good. And now I will just move this over here out into the water. And I kind of want to start off with the bow of the ship first, which is the front. Okay, so I'm using ship terms for this, if you guys don't mind. So, bow is the front, so we're just going to rotate this part a little bit. And then we'll do nice Control D, duplicate. And we're going to want to rotate this a little bit more. There, move it about. That's pretty good. And we'll just go scale, and we'll go off on measurements, that way it doesn't limit us to where we can do stuff. And then we'll do that right there. So now that's the bow of the ship. And then I will just Control duplicate, and we will just repeat this flow. So I'm gonna turn it off or back into 1 stud, so that way I can. I always like, some people like building with it off the stud measurement. I honestly like building with it on 1 stud, so that way I can make everything really even. So I'm gonna try to get this as perfect as possible, and if you can't, then just use off, because off also works just as fine. We'll rotate this, turn into 1/5 of a stud. If I can. I'll turn on collisions, and we'll make it to where these 2 parts just collide with each other. Like that. Also, there is one other thing I forgot, which is adding welds, which pretty much lets your builds stick together. So on these ends too, I'm not going to put it there. I'm just going to anchor it down. But on these, I'm just going to add welds to either side of it, and on the underside of each of these. Set this. Nope, that's not the underside. And then we'll just smooth it out. And we'll take this guy right here and just go Control D. Nope. This is why I turn off collisions. Control, click on it, and then Control D. And then turn it back to one stud. And we will just... Alright, you know what? I'm just going to turn on collisions. And then put in off. There we go. Alright, there, perfect. And even then, I'm just gonna anchor all these parts down, so anchored, yes. I also want this to be anchored and this to be, yeah, the base plates are anchored. Now I can stand. Now, do I know the exact measurements of the Alabama? No. And I don't really want to know because how about, well, we're just building a battleship, okay? Just never mind. I already had it pulled up. No one cares anymore. So we'll bring this out a little bit. Turn on collisions. Just right there. Perfect. And then I'll just cut out this part because it's just gonna get very monotonous from here on. And yeah. Alright. I'm back. And all that I did was I just kept, repeating. And I just added in a flat, straight going one right there at the center. Looks pretty even to me. I mean, but then again, the bow is a bit less broad than the stern. Or something like that. So I'm going to union these. Nope, can't union them. Unioning, all it does is it just makes it look like it's one part, even though that can be really weird and really laggy in some instances. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to insert a part, and I'll just make it a wood planks texture. And then why don't we choose, like, when I was on there, they were more like, most of them were actually more like this light orange right here, rather than being white. So I'll just reduce this down to a one stud piece. One square stud like we talked about earlier. Then I'll bring it in here. Turn on collisions for this part. And then I'll put it just on off so that way I can hit the walls. See, just like that. Then you'll want to turn off collisions. Duplicate. Well, actually I should probably do one stud so it'll be more even. One stud. One stud. And I'll just resize these in a second. Just that the tip of it is the hardest. And we can actually union all of these. It's the nice thing. Just select them all and then click a button and then they all look like they're just one thing. Even though I don't know if they're anchored. But one more should do it. There. I'll just resize these just right away. Just resize them. And we'll resize them until we can no longer see them. Off. So then we'll just keep resizing. Now I don't know if it until we can if we can actually union this, because it's all such a weird mess. So we're just resizing it so it just disappears in the wall. And then since I can't go back all the way through here and anchor everything, delete that one, because there are multiple of them. See, it's still fine. Alright, we'll move this, make it look a little bit more perfect. Yeah, I can't really do that accurately. Alright, so now I'll just keep doing this on one side, and then I'll go over to the other side. Number Roblox Building, the reason why I chose to the reason why I chose to do Roblox Building was because not that many people do Roblox Building, and it's kind of a bit more difficult than it looks. But I mean, once you get the hang of it, you can do a lot of stuff. Barely need to resize this one. Just barely. This there. So you can do a lot of stuff like this, like maybe later on another episode or something, we can go check out. There are these awesome places that people built. There are nuclear bunkers. Or Roblox is one of them. This really cool looking place. So, yeah. Now, I am making this battleship not just because I wanted to, but actually for a reason. Alright, so I'm going to lock these two parts, that way I just can't regularly select them. Okay, we'll just individually select them then. And then we'll do locked and locked. Now you can just grab all these and... Oh yes, we can union. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna union them later then, now that I know that I can use them to separate. And then I'm also gonna have to cut the video once again because of how long and monotonous this is gonna be. Just raise this up a little bit. And then we'll cut it right here. Yeah. Alright. We are back. Man, it took a while. Alright, so I just took a bunch of, duplicated it and just kept doing it, and then I just got real bored of that, and then I just made one big part, just like that, and then I just kept duplicating it over and over again, till now I got this really big thing, and I filled up these gaps using wedges, which is what I'm about to do for these gaps, if you want to see. So I will just, now, here's something that you should know before you build anything in Roblox. If you cannot see it, like whenever you're looking at it, testing it, whatever, then if any player cannot see it, then you don't have to make it look pretty. So anybody cannot see it, it does not have to look pretty. That part of it means that you can build sloppy inside of those areas where people don't see anything and still be alright. So I'm just going to fill up these gaps with wedges. And, man, this has been a long video. Yeah, fill up these gaps with some wedges. Like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's just that I'll have to descale these. Descale this. There. And I guess we can also descale this a little bit. And then we'll take a wedge, duplicate it, move it over here. Then I'm just going to rotate this to make it easier, because I have it rotated in the wrong direction. Put in the one stud so we can just do a perfect, just like that. And then we'll scale it down. Like this. That's... didn't rotate it well enough. I'm trying to... Excuse me. Move it over here. The flag is real. And there. So we'll just do stuff like that for now. Take this, move it down here. Alright, now that's pretty much just gonna be it for the base episode. This I'm still gonna do this on camera though. So duplicate and like a 180 type thing. Alright. And we wanna put it in here. Like so. Alright. So that's pretty good. I'll just move this up. And cool. Alright, so I just want to select the entire battleship so far, and we can't union this, trust me. I do want to union though this front part. Can just lock this like we did before, and this one. Now if we can union this, that'll make it so much neater, it's not even funny. There. Alright, and union. Okay. Well, I've done enough building today, and I don't think we can union this sense of how I don't think you can union wedges, and if I was going to do that with parts, that would have taken so much longer. So we can't union this, so I'm just going to have to do smooth out all of that manually. And then but what I will do is just anchor it. And then, for now, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more like this video. Comment, leave a comment, tell me on what other things you want me to build. But we will keep building this. It's just that it might take me a while to make all these episodes. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.